We are staying on top of major breaking news near Reagan National Airport. A massive search and rescue operation is underway right now after a passenger plane collided midair with an Army Blackhawk helicopter and crashed into the Potomac River. This was just before 9 o'clock last night.
Basically looking at the collision site right there with the emergency boats in the river there, 300 people responding to this, and we want to warn you that the video that we have from the moment of impact is very difficult to watch, but we do want to show you what happened. Take a look at your screen. You'll notice it goes to very dark there, and you can see the collision. Look on the bottom of your screen, basically. It's about to happen now. This other plane flying overhead, you see the smaller light about to collide with the larger light, and that's the result there. This is video from EarthCam. We'll be getting updates from officials and emergency response crews all night long. We're waiting for a news conference that's going to happen in under a half an hour, we are told, but here's what we know so far.
We're told that 60 passengers and 4 crew members were on board when the plane went down. Right now, CBS News is reporting that dozens of bodies have been pulled from the water. The plane was coming in from Wichita, Kansas. It was an American Eagle flight operated by American Airlines, flight number 5342. The collision happened as the plane was trying to land at the airport. According to AP News, the helicopter was conducting a training flight.
And on board that helicopter, we understand, were 3 people. These are photos that we're showing you right now of the debris from the crash. This is the plane. The American Airlines plane that fell into the Potomac River below. You can see there's some first responders there on boats. We've seen those boats go back and forth on the river there all morning long. What exactly that they are doing, it's still unclear. We're trying to get more information on that, but thank you so much for joining us.
We do appreciate it. Of course, our hearts go out to the 67 people and their families while this rescue effort continues. Thank you for joining us for our extended breaking coverage. We will stay with you this hour as we await the start of a news conference, again, that's happening in about 30 minutes. And it will be the first update since we last heard from officials, including the Mayor Muriel Bowser out of D.C. At 1 a.m. That was about 6 hours ago, of course, now. But we expect they'll be sharing some critical details about this still developing story. It's very early in this investigation, so please stay with us during this hour.
We've got team coverage all morning long as we continue to piece together exactly what happened here. Our Jacqueline Quinn, Jess Arnold, Marcella Robertson, Randy Ayala, and Eric Flack are all on top of this story.
Right now, we want to take you back to Reagan National Airport, where Marcella Robertson is standing by. She is inside the airport. We know right now that flights in and out of the airport are paused until at least 11 this morning. Marcella, what's the situation there right now?
Yeah, well, I can tell you that aside from media, it is really quiet here in the airport. We are awaiting an update from officials here in less than 30 minutes and hoping to get some more critical information about this tragic incident here. And I can tell you just, being around Reagan National Airport, if you're familiar with it at all, you know how busy it gets, and to see it this empty and everything really at a standstill really gives you a sense of the gravity of the situation that we are dealing with. As you mentioned, right now, no flights in or out of Reagan National until at least 11 o'clock this morning. That is the earliest. We'll, of course, let you know if that changes when we get an update from officials here shortly as they are working to set up. But, of course, just really quiet here at the airport. I can tell you that all the monitors that typically have all the arrivals and departures information, they all have an emergency alert message up letting the passengers know that they should contact their airlines for any updates. And, of course, there are still so many questions this morning about how this could even happen. How could a commercial airline or a commercial jet collide with a military helicopter? Of course, 64 souls on board the plane, 3 soldiers on board that military helicopter, and still so many questions surrounding this incident. But officials in their first update this morning said that really a lot of the focus right now is on the recovery and the rescue efforts that are underway right now. And also some of the family members and loved ones who were here to pick up those passengers at the airport and were unfortunately met with some devastating news. Take a listen to Metropolitan Washington Airports Authority CEO John Potter about what he had to say about those families.
We did have folks who were at the airport to pick up loved ones, and so American has set up a center in their in their lounge at the north end of the airport, and we've directed the families there, and there are folks there, to counselors there to work with the families. It's a very difficult situation out there with the cold. It's very dark, but there are numerous boats out there. There are dive teams out there.
It's a very difficult situation for everyone around. Of course, those family members, it is difficult to even imagine what they are going through right now. But again, it's kind of set the scene for you here inside Terminal 1 at Reagan National Airport. Outside, you've got the sun. We can see it starting to come up. Getting a better sense of, what it is that crash scene looks like. Inside here, we are getting an update, waiting to get an update from officials here in less than 30 minutes. And we'll be sure to bring the latest to you live. Back to you.
All right. Thank you very much for that report. We appreciate it. All right, we want to get out to Randy Ayala right now. She is out on the scene where she has the backdrop right there, where the boats are in the background trying to do as much as they can to try to rescue and recover at this point. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning to you. It was so the Potomac River right behind me. I do want to give you a quick update, though. Things out here changing rapidly. About 5 minutes ago, got an update. Park Police out here. They are going to be closing this area in just a couple of minutes. They are calling this a crime scene now this morning. But you can see, or rather hear, that chopper. It has been circling all morning as search and rescue efforts are underway. I do want to toss it to some sound we got early this morning inside of DCA from Kansas Senator Jerry Moran. It was around 1 o'clock this morning. He was inside the airport. He came from Wichita. He said that he takes that flight often, and he was visibly and understandably heartbroken about what happened here. Take a listen.
This is a very personal circumstance as well as an official response. And again, we will do everything we can to make certain that we're supportive of the rescue efforts.
Dangerfield Island. All right, so that was Kansas Senator Jerry Moran that we heard from early this morning. He actually lobbied American Airlines to add this flight from Wichita to DCA. Again, Dangerfield Island, where I'm standing right now, being called a crime scene. This is coming to us from Park Police. So we'll bring you the very latest when we're able to get back up, guys. I'll send it back to you.